Good afternoon, beautiful beings of light. Welcome to the Crone Zone Conversations with the Ancients. My name is Priscilla, and this is my buddy Heather,
Hi.
and we are the Crones. Yeah. How are you today, Miss Heather?
Pretty good.
Good.
Yep. First time I actually had to shut the windows because it was cold this morning.
Wow, that's interesting. Getting
Yeah.
cooler
But if you
and
go
falling.
outside or if you go to the staircase, well, the staircase is just warmer than heck because everything's coming in through the windows. You know,
Right.
the sun is, but it's not bad outside at all. It's really nice.
It's still very warm in Key West.
Well, of course.
Very warm. But it's all right. I don't mind.
Yeah.
So, do you think you can read us some cards today and let us know
Sure.
what's going to go on? And hey, Jay, how are you today? We're going to talk about ley lines today. And this is actually our second show on ley lines. I don't remember how long ago the other one was, but it was way
It
back.
was one of the first ones we did, so it's a long time ago.
I love Jay's calling us her crone Annies. That makes my heart smile. It makes my heart very happy, Jay. Thank you. And how is Miss J today? Did you get some coffee? I know you were looking for it earlier. I had 2 coffees. That's unusual for me. That's a lot. I'm going to put this on just because it tells people what we're going to be talking about while you're doing your cards.
That's okay.
You can't get her card camera to work.
Nope. It just doesn't even register.
I don't get it.
I don't either.
I'm sorry Kate's not feeling well. We're sending lots of love and healing light to Kate. Hope you feel better soon, sweetie. Don't like you being down. Hi, White Dragon. Welcome today. We appreciate you being here. Well, bummer, Jay. You need to send her some healing energy too. Get her well so y'all can play.
Yeah.
That's no fun going to visit somebody and getting sick.
No.
So how's White Dragon doing today? How is Northern Florida? Are you ready?
Yeah, whenever.
Okay.
We are up. This is who we are when we're up. Sometimes even our own faith gets in the way. And by faith, I don't mean our faith, the faith we got brought up in.
Right.
It gets in the way.
Hi, Laurie. Welcome.
But at the same time, we recognize everything with our souls, and we're being confident in our humans. So they're saying what you need to do in order to get that faith out of the way of your being up is to take flight, go and do your stuff. Go do your stuff.
Oh, I
and
love
that will give you the immunity to that faith. Because when you're actually doing what you know you need to do, you're happy, you're doing everything, and they are not in the way anymore.
That's true.
So.
Wow, White Dragon. That's crazy. So he says he's doing well. Hot. A bit more info on the exploding crystal, and I wrapped it in aluminum foil and threw it in the lake away from people. Better in the sea. Whoa. That was some bad energy blew that puppy up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you got rid of it.
Yeah, good thing to get rid of. So today we're going to talk about ley lines. And if you're new to this channel, Heather and I are just a couple of crazy old crones. We're guided to start this channel and share information on crone energy and ascension energy. And please take whatever resonates and leave the rest. We are in a loving community, and we're so happy and proud to be here.
And we have great
each and every one of you.
And we have great troll kickers.
Oh, yes. And we are definitely grateful for the troll slayers, for sure.
Yeah.
So today's about ley lines, and they're electromagnetic energy lines that crisscross the globe, like latitude and longitude lines. Along those lines, at the places they intersect, there are pockets of concentrated energy called nodes or vortexes. Ley lines are conduits of energy that encompass Mother Earth, serving the same functions as the veins and arteries, and like us and other animals. These conduits form a grid across the planet, connecting sacred sites in a web of lines which covers the entire planet. Landmarks such as the Egyptian pyramids, Chichen Itza, the Great Wall of China, Machu Picchu, Angkor Wat, and Stonehenge either fall on these ley lines or on a node. Is it possible that ancient people were aware of earth energies in choosing their holy places? Is it possible they were able to sense the earth energies, that they were stronger around the ley lines? Who knows? Hi,
Yeah.
Deb Kane. Welcome.
Yeah. So ley lines were first suggested to the general public by an amateur archaeologist named Alfred Watkins in the early 1920s. And he noticed that ancient sites at different points around the world all fell into a sort of alignment. But and the sites, whether they were man-made or they were natural, they all fell into a pattern, and it was usually a straight line. Watkins was puzzled by the fact that certain monuments and sites of many religious and magic rituals seemed to line up almost perfectly. So also remarkable to him was the fact that some roads in Britain, and it was later discovered other parts of Europe as well, ran straight for miles in defiance of the territory. They didn't go around the hills, they went right through them, And these facts led him to hypothesize the existence of the lines. He described them as channels of force which flowed through the ground. And he believed that certain places like Glastonbury and Stonehenge and the Glastonbury Tor in England marked nodes on the line where the mysterious energy could be tapped.
Isn't that a beautiful place?
Yeah.
That is gorgeous. I love that. Long before the idea of ley lines in England and Europe, the Chinese were aware of the existence of the Lung Mai, or dragon paths. The next one. These indicated the flight paths of dragons and are equated with the lines of energy described by acupuncture, which flow through our human body. The dragon lines are believed to convey the force of the nation to the emperor in Peking. Like the ley lines found in Europe, the Lung Mai are dotted with temples and pagodas, which show where the dragon pulse is most easily accessed. In South America, the shamans refer to ley lines as spirit lines, like at Machu Picchu. And in Australia, like at Ayers Rock, the ancient Aboriginals called them dream lines.
Yep, different names, same thing.
I think the Aboriginals in Australia are probably the oldest of humans and have had the most lengthy spiritual knowledge. They're just amazing. Anyway, the knowledge of the Earth's energy web was understood by ancient man, and they used those locations as power points. As Mother Earth has energy lines, she also has energy centers, much like our chakras.
Exactly. The chakras of Earth are Mount Shasta in California, and that's the root chakra. Lake Titicaca in Peru, and that's the sacral chakra. Uluru, Australia, that's the solar plexus. Stonehenge, England, and that was the heart chakra. And the Great Pyramid also. In Egypt, that's the throat chakra. And the Himalayan mountains in Tibet, that's the crown chakra. And for some reason, that makes sense to me, but I don't know why. But, everybody
so
else.
high up.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, Tibet.
And you think of Tibetan monks and.
Yeah. And you think about everything else. And so it just kind of makes sense that that's the crown chakra. Now, the third eye chakra moves due to the movement of the Earth's axis. Now, the root chakra, that's Mount Shasta in California, and it's believed to be the base of Mother Earth's energy system. Mount Shasta is part of the Cascade Mountain Range, which runs from Northern California into Oregon and all the way up the Canadian border. Now, the sacral chakra, Lake Titicaca in Peru, Bolivia, in South America. Anyway, Titicaca stone is the geometrical center for the solar plexus chakra of Mother Earth. Two ley lines intersect at Lake Titicaca. The male Great Dragon ley line, which runs from Mount Shasta to Lake Titicaca, and the female Great Dragon ley line. And then you go on from there.
The solar plexus chakra is in Uluru, Kata Tajuta, Northern Territory, Australia. We call it Ayers Rock. Believed to be the solar plexus chakra of the earth, these areas are sacred to the native aboriginals. The female Great Dragon ley line connects both Lake Titicaca and Uluru. The heart chakra is in Stonehenge, England, and the surrounding areas of Glastonbury, Somerset, Shaftesbury, and Dorset all form the heart chakra of Mother Earth. Stonehenge is the strongest point of all this energy, and the great female dragon ley line connects Uluru to Stonehenge. The throat chakra includes the Great Pyramid, Jerusalem, Mount Sinai, and Mount Olives. Located in Jerusalem, the throat chakra is one of the largest energy centers of Mother Earth. It is the only energy center that is not connected to the male or female Great Dragon line. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And the third eye chakra. Now, the third eye chakra is the only one that moves due to Earth's wonky axis.
I put wonky in there because it is a wonky axis.
It is. Now, the third eye chakra moves every 150 to 200 years, and it's believed to currently be in the Stonehenge area. And the crown chakra, that's Mount Kailash, the Himalayas mountains in Tibet. It's considered to be the most sacred mountain of the Himalayas and is located in Tibet. This is the crown chakra of Mother Earth, and it's believed to be connected to the Scorpion full moon. Ley lines are said to be able to take information or energy from these higher vibrational nodes and spread knowledge and information around the world. Everyone experiences these energetic places differently, and some people can be more sensitive than others. But spiritual and physical healings are known to take place in these higher frequencies, these spiritual places. And I was going to say, when I moved to Denver, it kind of shocked me. I mean, I've been to Denver before, and I never felt any kind of movement in the earth at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I can stand still and feel the earth shaking. And there are ley lines close to here.
Oh, I'm sure there are. I'm sure there are. White Dragon says there's a ley line running through the Core Castle in southern Florida, I guess, that connects to the Vatican. Interesting. The guy was sent to correct and heal that line, and he moved it. How do you move a ley line? I would think that would be pretty hard to do. Hey, Morella, how are you doing? That's fascinating, White Dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Healing center. There's healing centers all over the world. And the first one is...
I know this is on your bucket list. I know it is.
Bali's been on my bucket list for a long time. So it'd be fun to go to all these different places, wouldn't it? I mean, we've been to Mount Shasta. We've been to Stonehenge.
And to Stonehenge.
Yeah. So, I mean, that'd be fun. So, hey, Akila. Okay. So the first one is Bali. It's said to be the purification center of the planet. Don't you love that? There are 6 purification regions in Bali, which circulate and cleanse the energetic blood of the earth. This spiritual island is known for its 1,000 temples and 1 million offerings every day. There are 6 ley lines in Bali, passing through 6 sites where the energy of each of the elements are purified. Starting at Uluwatu Temple, the rainbow serpent, the great female dragon from Australia, arrives to be purified of the earth element. It then passes through the sacred volcanic mountain, Mount Batur. This active volcano purifies the energy with the element of fire. From Lake Titicaca in Peru, the great male dragon line, Quetzalcoatl, arrives to be cleansed of the water element at Batacao Temple. The energy then makes its way to Mount Agung to clean the air element. The magical Turta Impulse Springs are found at the base of Mount Agung, and the mother temple is the central vortex. Palaki in the northwest of Bali is the sixth purification vortex. It is said to be a dimensional portal to purify the ether. Isn't that amazing? Don't you want to go to Bali now?
Yeah. I mean, there's 6 places you can go.
I had full body chills the whole time I was reading about Bali.
Yeah.
Full
Well,
body
Mount
chills.
Shasta, that's in California, and we went there and thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. We got down from the mountain and just immediately wanted to go right back up again. You know, it was
True.
ridiculous.
Let me just put this up. Laurie, we love Mother Gaia, and we've been working on Mother Gaia for what, 5 years or so?
Oh, since we've known each other almost.
Pretty much,
Mhm.
which is like 10 years now, I think, if
Yeah.
not more. But we have spent many, many hours working on the grid around the planet, sending love and unity consciousness. Sometimes I work from within Mother Gaia. I go into the center in my Merkaba and work from the center, sending out love and unity consciousness so that it goes throughout the planet, throughout the grid, and on into the universe. And all of us are capable of doing it. Every one of you out there in the comment section or the chat, I mean, you're all capable of doing it. Heather and I just were guided to do it, so we've been doing it for a really long time.
You're
And
just
using
sending
the-
out unconditional love and unity consciousness.
But
And I
each one
added
of you,
one.
all you have to do is imagine whatever it is you want to send out, and
Yeah.
it happens. It absolutely happens.
It does. And it helps prepare other things that, due to things like the solar flares and things like that, they get discombobulated and we need to go repair.
But thank you for that, Laurie.
Yeah. So anyway,
Yeah, White Dragon, please click thumbs up in appreciation of our crones and their hard work.
Right.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes,
Go
we
ahead,
do.
Heather. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's all right. It is beautiful up there, and the landscape is an energetic icon in the USA, and it's got the best natural water you ever tasted.
There's so many spiritual places to pop in, including the city park, where you can go get fresh water from this beautiful, what do you call that when it comes out of the ground?
It's a spring.
Yes, it's a beautiful spring that is actually the start of the Sacramento River. That's where the Sacramento River begins. And people take their bottles and jugs, and
And just
it's
fill them up.
amazing.
Yeah.
And fill it up. And the water is crystal clear, sparkling, delicious, wonderful water. And
It
right.
is.
And then you have the Peace Garden, which is also in Mount Shasta. It's
Right.
before you get up to the mountain. There's a beautiful Peace Garden that has,
I don't know, what is it?
acres, like 10 acres. And you can just wander all these paths with like Buddhist.
More gardens all the way through. It's 10 acres of pathways leading to more gardens, then going to another garden, going to another garden.
Oh, and don't
Types of
forget
things.
the
Lavender
walking,
maze.
the lavender maze. I loved it. It was gorgeous, the lavender maze.
It
We
wasn't
had to
in
walk it.
bloom, thank goodness for me. But anyway,
Yeah, it was beautiful.
I
And
went to
people
hear it.
have peace symbols and jewelry and trinkets all over the garden, which they encourage.
And
It's just a
flags and
beautiful Tibetan flags, Buddhist flags, prayer
places
flags.
to sit so you can just meditate there if you want to in any of the gardens.
Yeah, it was just beautiful. Oh, Laurie remembers. our videos when we were visiting Dr. Gale. You know, that was the
Mhm.
first time we'd ever met Dr. Gale. She was lovely.
Yes, she was
She really, um,
very. And she had just moved there herself at that time.
yeah, that was
So,
fun.
yeah.
Okay. We got a
Anyway,
little off on it.
it is extremely potent energy, and it's said to awaken the crown chakra. And many people believe that survivors of the lost continent of Lemuria reside within the mountain. And we did meet some. So we met with some.
Saint Germain. We
Yeah.
met Saint Germain. We saw. I almost put the picture up that had Saint Germain in it with Red Eagle in the background on the mountain top that we took while we were there.
And I actually took pictures that when I woke up, the mountain was there. And when I went back and looked again, the mountain wasn't there. I have pictures of it.
That was only
there.
1 second difference in those two pictures. There was 1 second difference in those two pictures. One had showed the mountain, and the other, the mountain was totally gone. This is such a magical place. You just
Exactly.
can't believe
Exactly.
it. I can't wait to go back.
Yeah. So anyway, while Mount Shasta is known for spiritual and meditation retreats, and I can understand that entirely, the nature and the vortexes in the earth themselves are what calls so many people to the area. And like when you go up to the top of the mountain, you think you're ready to come down, and by the time you're down the mountain, you want to be back up there again. It felt better.
The energy was just so amazing.
It was.
It really was amazing energy.
And there's all manner of elementals, ascended masters, and interdimensional beings that have been seen in the forests and the woodlands of Mount Shasta. And like you did see, you had somebody talking to you when you went out once on your own. So
yeah, and we went to that cafe. We had 3 Lemurians sitting across from us talking.
Right, and there was
with.
actually one sitting at our table, but you don't always
didn't see
them.
it.
It was invisible.
I
But
didn't
he's
see.
big. Anyway, it's surrounded by various indigenous tribes. Sacred ceremonies have been done on the land since the early days of man, but it is something you can truly feel.
You really can. As soon as you get there, anywhere close to the mountain, you can feel it. And once you're on it,
You don't want to get off.
it's pretty amazing.
You just turn around and go back up, you know.
This is another one of my favorite places, Stonehenge, Avalon, and
Mhm.
Glastonbury. Many ley lines run through Britain, but the lines in this area are particularly interesting with an intersection of 14 lines at Stonehenge. 14 ley lines.
Wow.
Here, the female great dragon ley lines connect all the way to Uluru in Australia, plus many other sacred sites around the world. There are frequent sightings of crop circles and other extraterrestrial activity in this area, and Glastonbury is the home of the Druids, Avalon, Merlin, and King Arthur. When I went to, I've been to Stonehenge actually 3 or 4 times now.
I've only been there once.
I lived in England, so whenever anybody came over, you had to go to Stonehenge. It was just a law. I had to take them to Stonehenge and Avebury, and when Heather and I went,
yeah,
that was the first time I'd gone where I had been through some spiritual work. Before I was totally blind,
mm-hmm.
but I always loved Stonehenge. Now when I go to Stonehenge, I get the giggles and I feel like I'm floating the entire time I'm there, and I could just hang out there forever.
It's another place.
Remember how I acted when I was there? It's an amazing place to be.
And you only leave because you have a feeling like you have to, you know, to get the bus back to where you're.
Yeah, they've made it. They've closed so much of it. You can't touch the stones anymore, and you have to take a little bus to get there. It's a bloody nightmare now, which is too bad because it's just a wonderful place to visit.
And anyway, you just stay there and just meditate there. I mean, but it's the kind of place that draws you to it.
It does.
Kind of like Mount Shasta draws you back to it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would love to go back there again. I also like that place in Ireland that we went that was also stone, but it wasn't, it
Yeah,
was,
Drumbeg Castle.
yeah, Drumbeck.
Drumbeg Castle, and it's down in Cork. So the next one is the Haleakala. I probably butchered that. Haleakala volcano in Maui in Hawaii. All of the islands of Hawaii have many ley lines crossing, which makes the entire region extremely high in energy. The Haleakala volcano in Maui, however, has a very unique energy as it matches the Schumann resonance of 7.8 cycles per second. Who knew? I had no idea. This is the same frequency of the heart and Mother Earth. With the energy of Maui being so feminine, it gets the name of Mother Maui.
Mhm. And then you have
Energy, then. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, forget it.
Oh, no, that was it. I'm sorry. I was going to a old page. Your turn.
Okay. Yeah, being apart makes it a little bit harder. Anyway,
We'll get there.
now we get this word that I was having trouble with, Lake Titicaca. Anyway, it's in Peru, and it's not far from Machu Picchu and Cuzco, and Lake Titicaca carries the energy of the womb of creation. It's known as a sacred gateway to birth, new ideas, and balanced sexual energy. There are two ley lines intersecting the lake, one that connects with Mount Shasta, and then there's Uluru.
Before you get off Lake Titicaca, this photo that I got is of one of the floating islands that they had. They've been planting on these floating islands for thousands of years, and they're still doing it like they did in ancient times, olden days, ancient times. But this is one of those floating islands. Isn't that fascinating? I'd love to see that too.
Yeah, it's wonderful that they can move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Uluru, Australia. The native Australian Aboriginals believe Uluru is a spiritual birthplace of their ancestors. And that's gorgeous. Anyway, it's also known as Ayers Rock, and it can be found in the center of the Australian desert. This magnetic point connects to Lake Titicaca and Uluwatu by the female Great Dragon ley line, known as the Rainbow Spirit in Australia. Now,
The
there's
rainbow serpent.
serpent.
Yeah.
You're right. The rainbow serpent, still spirit, but still, that's kind of a cool name. And the enormous, amazing rock changes color according to the weather, varying from bright red to dark gray and black. And they said it even turned purple once.
I saw a picture. There was a picture on Dream, whatever it is, wherever I get my photos. They had a picture of it, and it was purple. But this is that big red rock you always see about when they're talking about Australia. But I had never seen it up close, and I thought the formation was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And they look like mesquite trees, like we had in Texas. Those trees are interesting. Yeah. Anyway, okay. Mount Kailash, Himalayan mountains known as Gangtse to the Tibetans. Mount Kailash reaches an elevation of 22,000 feet. It's an important holy site for many religions, including Hindus, Buddhists, Jains, and Tibetans. The Hindus identify it as the paradise of Shiva, while the Buddhists believe it as Mount Sumeru, cosmic center of the universe. Other spiritual places that are said to be a big part of the energetic grid include Cairo, Egypt, Antigua, Guatemala, Cape Town, South Africa, Sedona, Arizona, and Moscow, Russia. I'm going to change that to this one. The Bermuda Triangle, Esvedra in Ibiza, Jerusalem, Lake Rotoponamu in New Zealand, Mount Fuji in Japan, Lake Louise in Canada, Tulum, Mexico, and Angkor Wat in Cambodia. It's another place I want to go, Angkor Wat.
Mhm. And key lines are lines of energy that coil around the earth in a similar fashion as a strand of DNA. And they're believed to carry high vibrational energetic information around the earth. I suppose that would account for what is it, the 100 monkey theory?
The 100 monkey theory.
Yeah, you know, where they know and then all of a sudden
Mhm.
else, yeah. If the ley lines are carrying that information, that would account for it. So
Mhm.
anyway, the nodes where the ley lines intersect are believed to be a high point of energy and hold a high concentration of electrical charge. It's believed that these nodes or vortexes are either electrical, magnetic, or a balance of electromagnetic energy. And with the sun at the positive pole and Earth the negative, Earth energy circulates from its core through to its surface and focuses on its places of power. These intersecting points along the ley lines are home to some of the most sacred temples and monuments in the world. And many have become places of hope and healing. I think if I had a bucket list, all those places would be on.
I know, isn't that right?
Yeah.
Isn't that right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to a couple. Deborah Kane said, I had an experience at Springfield, Kentucky. The place was on Unsolved Mysteries. A gentleman was digging a footer for a temple for the disabled. I shook all over and only me. And then I think she found the 4 other women and had the same reaction. I wonder if it's a smaller ley line. Why not? It could be a ley line for sure.
Yeah.
For some reason, we didn't stream again on Facebook. They're having problems. Is anybody else having trouble streaming to Facebook? This is the second time it hasn't gone through. Mount Kailash is reported to have time dilation that's measurable, and people circumvent it in prayer now. Well, I always thought there was portals on that mountain. I don't know why, but for some reason, I think there's portals on it. Isn't that kind of like the way they get to what was it? Not Eden, but the one in the movie where they went through the mountain caverns, or just not Kathmandu, but what's the name of that? Land of Plenty. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's supposed
Yeah,
to be Xanadu. Yeah, that kind of
Xanadu.
thing.
Yeah.
I think that's where that is that Mount Kailash. I don't know. And he said that Ayers Rock you can't get on anymore. You can't go up to it anymore. It's off limits to anyone but the natives, the indigenous. Well, good for them. I'm sure plenty of people would paint it and do all kinds of stupid things. So good on them. Glad they have that.
Yeah. Protecting it.
Yeah, I like that. It needs to be protected.
Yeah.
Is that Mount Kailash you're talking about, White Dragon? No one is allowed to go to the top and the locals run away when you ooh. Awesome. And Jay said she still giggles at Titicaca like you did.
Yeah.
I've always
Well,
been fascinated.
I think about breaking that word in half and what those mean. I'm going, what?
Exactly. I think we all think that. I think we're all like that. Oh, I don't know. Hey, we've got time to do cards.
Yeah.
Who wants some cards? Can we do 3s? Remember, this channel is for spirit and entertainment purposes only.
Exactly.
Okay, let me go back to comments and get rid of Jay's. Okay, who would like cards? Me. Okay, I love it, White Dragon. You're usually the last one here. Today, you are the first. I think that's the second time you've been first. And Akila's here. Hi, sweetheart. I'll be glad to give you some cards. Get rid of this. I've got 2 decks today. Let me see if my card cam will work.
Well, yours works. I just can't get mine to.
Anybody know why her card cam won't work?
When I join her, it doesn't work. If I'm by myself, it works.
It works. So I
When I
have.
set everything up, it's working fine. I join her and it's gone.
Okay, I got you
Very
4.
odd.
I'm not going to use card cam because it just seems crummy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I have Seasons of the Witch, which is a Samhain oracle, or I have Angels and Ancestors. And if you want a particular deck, just let me know and I'll use that deck because it's kind of getting polished, and I want to use my Samhain cards.
Yeah, I will use my Fairy Tarot.
Fairy Tarot, okay.
Because I have not gotten everything out and unpacked yet.
Well, I'm going to start with the Samhain deck, and we will see who is first. Mr. White Dragon, Mr. Paul.
Wow, 3.
Marilla wants Angels and Ancestors. You got it. Seasons of the Witch for Jay. All right. Okay. I'm going to have to use the book because I'm pretty new to this deck.
Mm-hmm.
But that's okay.
I'm kind of,
Got
it
it.
kind of sounds like on what I've pulled, they're all winter cards. And the first one was the 5 of Winters. And basically it's saying that you need to walk away from the associations, dishonest associations, that what you thought was actually isn't, and it's not the best choice for your happiness. It's just not worth the effort that you're having to put in for it. But then it says also reach out to others for comfort and love, and you're going to get stronger from whatever it is that you were working on, that you're leaving them behind. And I don't know, the first thing that came in my head is that you're doing some shadow work. And that's what's happening, is you're having to let it go because it's not what you thought it was. But it may be something that's current for you too. So I'm not really sure. You're not altogether happy about leaving that stuff behind, but it's best for you to do that. And there is information that will help you hear things that you find difficult to hear. And because they're speaking truth with kindness, and you're seeing truth with kindness. You're not seeing it with anger or disappointment or something like that. You're seeing what really is. So if you're going back in shadow work, you're really seeing some things that you might rather not deal with. But they said it's an indigo child or adult. And I don't really understand that, other than it has something that means a lot to you. And it's not the most pleasant thing, but you will be so much better off. And don't forget to seek out others to help you feel better. Okay.
Interesting. Well, I've got the ancestor cards. It says they hiss a quivering so deep, only roots of your soil can lift the nakedness hidden within the vows made in silence. An ancient chill walking upon the spine, excuse me. But what it's saying is you are protected by your ancestors, and that if you need guidance, call on them. They're here, ready and willing to help you. Remember to feel the warm pulsing through her womb. You are a child of mother. True harmony awaits you. The elements, it's the element card. And I'm feeling it is staying grounded because you're up in the ether so much that sometimes you forget to ground. And the rebirth card, I think, goes with what Heather was talking about,
Well, I
that
think we
whatever
all
you
do.
need to put away, let it go. Because, and let me read the card. It says, there's death in all that awakens, for it isn't blissful nor painless. It's a mighty rising of flame resurrected. So whenever you get rid of whatever it is you're supposed to let go of, there's going to be a rebirth,
Mhm.
a fabulous rebirth from the looks of it. Okay. I got you on the list, Deb. No worries. I've got, let me go to start. Okay. Akila's next.
Okay.
Hey, Miss Akila. Nice to see you here. Thanks for being here.
Does she only want one or does she want three?
I'm doing 3 for everybody
Okay.
because I think they always think it's 1, even though we do 3. Okay.
Wow. Well, this was kind of nice because what it's saying is you have some concerns, set them aside for now. You don't need to worry about them. Okay. The way to take care of those concerns is to meditate, but set those aside and work with them in your meditation. But otherwise, don't worry about them because it's really time for you to take action, which is the Ace of Spring. The first one was the Four of Winter. But the Ace of Spring says, be fearless and happily pursue what it is that you want, your dreams, amazing opportunities that come to you. Because remember that your wishes do come true. And this is the 9 of summer. And this is a magical time in your life. You can get what it is that you really want. You just have to go after it. But like I said, if there's something bothering you, meditate on it, the answer will be there.
Sweet. Well, I got the healer, which is, if you've pulled the gift of healer, know that you're being called to initiate yourself as one of the wise ones. I hope that resonates with you, young lady. You are meant to be a guide for those who are finding their way, and there are many ways you can do this. As a healer for your family and neighborhood, or through building a community on social media offering wisdom. Second card is voices. With a tug at the gut, feel them romance your very breath. Listen to the gentle flickering within your eyes, for this is where they guide. And I know that you're very connected to your guides and that you do hear voices and are listening. And the frog, may the lily beneath your breast allow you to drink from its healing waters. Be still. There is serenity behind the drowning croaks. So go within. Don't listen to the nonsense out there. You have the serenity within, and all it takes is a little meditation.
Right.
Okay. I hope that resonates. Okay, we've got Jay next. I love this Seasons of the Witch deck. I'm going to have to learn to use it more. Let's see what we've got going here. Hi, Teresa. Welcome. And hi, Rose Flower. Good to see you all here today. Thanks for being here.
Yes, we appreciate it.
We appreciate you all, as you well know. We love our time with you.
We do. We do. We do.
It's the best energetic time of the week when we get together with everybody.
Right.
And we're going. By the way, I forgot to say, we're going to have Terry Suzuki here on Saturday. She's going to be doing her Terry's Tales. So she's always got wonderful stories of journeying and such. So please, please, please join us on Saturday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, Miss J.
Well, this is cool. The first one was the 5 of summer. And it says there is a reason for everything. There really is. And make sure that you do remove yourself from negative people and focus on things that bother you or you're afraid of or you worry about. Meditate on those and take care of them, because you don't need them hanging around, because it says you're going to be the Princess of Autumn. It says you're going to have happy career things, promotions and other things that are working on well thought out plans that they seem to work perfectly for you. And you just need a little push getting going. But that sounds familiar to me for you. You think you can't, but you can't. Just a little push in the back, a little bit to help. And the next one is the 6 of autumn. And I'm sorry that they're weird that way as far as the background and everything. Remember that all this good that you're going to be doing, that you are doing, it all comes back to you. It unexpectedly can help you a lot in flows of money or in anything else. Just remember that if you do have to borrow, borrow wisely. But otherwise, everything that you do comes back to you. So if you're doing so much good, and I know some of the plans that you have, they are very good. You're going to have good coming back to you, and you'll thoroughly enjoy what you're doing.
Okay, I got the altar first, and they're asking to create a space that you alone have for your connection with spirit. And then the spider is asking you to create your intentions and let them go. Don't keep focusing on the same thing, wanting the same thing, because you're pushing it away if you're doing it that way. So create a list or a pattern of intentions that you want, the things that you want to manifest, whatever. And I don't mean monetary things necessarily, but anything that you want to manifest. Just create that. You're creating a web of intention around you is what it's trying to say, and I'm not saying it very well. And greet the darkness. Please go to the darkest points within to clear them out. And also, don't be afraid of the dark. Those things that you're not familiar with that can open up all kinds of abundance in all kinds of ways. Don't be afraid of the dark. And there you go. And those cards were speaking to you through in a conversation that we had recently, and I hope you understand what I was trying to say, Miss J, because it was all in the cards today. Okay, Morella's next, and she wants the angels and ancestors. You got it.
Angels and ancestors.
That's my other deck.
I think I think you're right. This is a different deck.
No, it's my other deck.
No, but I have a different deck that I think will work better for her.
Okay. Let's see.
In fact, there's a better one. Excuse me for a minute, guys. I got to go get it. Got it.
Well, the snake says, shed your old skin. And I know that you're a grieving widow. And it's saying it, you can let that go and move through that grief. Trust in the unknown. There's so much good coming your way. Don't fear the unknown. It's kind of like what they said for Jay. Don't fear the darkness. Well, that's fearing the unknown as well. So don't. The Sky Father says, you have nothing to fear. Trust in it. And then the Knight says, be brave and honest as you walk forward. Be brave and walk in your integrity and speak your truth, and you're going to be fine. Looks to me like you have, or it feels like you have all kinds of good stuff coming your way in the next few months. So awesome.
Well, yep. The first card I got was Archangel Shamil for the third chakra. And see if I can get him to stay there. Okay. And it has to do with your life force. And you have a lot of it, and he's supporting you in it. And what it is that you want. And this is a very positive card. It's actually the sun. And you have new beginnings. And you do feel like you're starting over. I've been there, and she's been there. We both know, yes, you do have new beginnings, and you are creative. And that's why you have so much life force behind you, because they want you to do that. And do know that it's a woman with a coin. It will be financial beneficial for you. And you may meet some people who will help you out with whatever your ideas were. But
I didn't mean to put that up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But there's a lot of creative support behind what you want to do. And it is like starting out new. But everybody's behind you. The angels are behind you. Your ancestors are behind you. They're all right behind you to do. And yes, they are definitely there. And they are definitely on your side. Just like Archangel Shamil. Okay.
And so, your husband's right with you all the time, cheering you on.
Always.
Cheering you on with love. Okay.
But he also wants you to move on.
Yeah. Okay.
Rose flower.
Miss Rose Flower with the beautiful golden roses. What's our next show?
I forgot to check.
Me too.
Okay. Well, we have Terry. And then we can.
Yes, we do have Terry, but I don't know you'll have to stay tuned Saturday to figure out what next Tuesday's going to be.
Exactly.
Because we don't know.
I don't remember. And I looked it up, but I don't remember. So anyway, it's a deep diving one. Like we told you a lot more about ley lines this time. It wasn't just a surface thing. So. All righty.
I've got the arrow that asks you to protect yourself, surround yourself with protective energy. You can call in your ancestors or Archangel Michael. That's my favorite go-to dude. He's so powerful. And I literally can feel him wrapping his wings around me. I know that sounds crazy, but I do. And then track down your fears and desires. Go within, have a look at what's holding you back from reaching what it is you want to manifest. Pull this over here. You can do it. You just have to confront those fears so that you can manifest what it is you want. And then the Spirit Fox says, trust your talents in changing times. And you know these times are changing. Your talents are needed in the world that we have today. And it's important that you love yourself and you send that love out to all of humanity. And trust that these new gifts that you've opened up, or what you need in this day and time.
Mhm. And this one is I kind of like this one. That the very first card was the Emperor, and basically what they're saying is use logic and use structure to increase your success, whatever success is to you. But be organized, get organized so that you and be a compassionate leader, because wishes do come true. And this is the nine of summer. Wishes do come true. So if you're using logic and structure, it makes things a little easier. And it's a magical time. And it really is a magical time. There's so much negative out there and yet so much positive out there. You just need to be discriminating about what you're doing and think about it. Be organized. And be practical with respect to how you go on. That's why you've got a plan. That's why you're using logic and structure, because that way you know everything is following the path that you want. Then you're practical, because you have the ability to make anything more beautiful. And you might even find somebody along the way who will be a great partner for you. And I'm not necessarily talking about personal partner. I'm just thinking in terms of what it is that you're wanting to accomplish. It may be that somebody else wants you to do it too and works well with you. We've met several people who have helped get us on the road going, and you could too. So
Definitely.
mhm.
White dragon, I would say he's probably Archangel Michael is like humongous, 25 feet tall. I don't know, but he's humongous.
Oh yeah, he's big.
Okay.
Well, so's our sentinel.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Miss Debbie Kane.
Dead silence.
Do what?
Dead silence. As we're getting caught.
Well, I've got the Lord, which is take charge with authority. He's saying you have the knowledge and the power. Just go out and do it, whatever that is. Just know that you have the power, the knowledge, and the instinct as well. And this is the wise one that says, grow within your current situation. She's saying, look around at what you have and what's going on right now and use that as you unleash your she-wolf. I love her. Unleash the wild within. So before you can unleash that wild within and act with authority, you've got to go within a little bit and get your ducks in a row.
Yeah, and don't worry. Yeah. Are you all
It's going to
done?
be fine.
Yeah. Hmm?
I said everything's going to be great.
Oh,
Everything's
yeah.
going to be fine.
It says, well, mine just endorsed yours, to have patience and don't worry, because take some time, a rest, and continue to plan your next steps. And you could even make it a prudent investment in time or money, either one. And that was with the 7 of autumn. Then we also had the 6 of summer, and it says, take a look at things again and see what they really are, not what you
That's
think.
kind of what mine
Yeah.
was saying this too.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Just endorsing yours.
Mhm.
Is yes, look at it again, make sure it's what you think it is. Because everybody remembers events differently. So look at it again from a different point of view. And reach out to other people. If you need help, reach out for it. It's
Yeah.
there. And not only other people, but those above us. They would love to help us, but we need to ask. So don't
Guides and
forget,
angels, ancestors.
right? So when you need help with something, make sure that you do ask, whether it's people or whether it's not people. But
Spirit.
yeah, spirit. Just and like I said, take another look at some things that you're not that. Well, I thought. Well, go back and look at it and see what it is, so that you are thinking correctly. Okay, but don't worry, everything's going to be just fine. Just be patient.
Be patient. My patience, my nemesis. Starfish, I saw your show today, and that was a great show with Joan. And Jay, I hope you are feeling better from being bit by a spider. I hope it wasn't a brown recluse or something like that.
Yeah, are you allergic to them? You shouldn't have puffed up like that.
His feathers are very soft. I don't know that I smell flowers. I don't know that I smell Michael. I just feel him. And he feels so powerful and strong. It's almost like, yikes, you be badass. He's around.
I'm glad he's on our side.
Me too. Okay, Patricia. What do we have for Miss Patricia? Starfish is next. And hi, Lady Soul. I'm so glad you're here. And
So
we'll be
Patricia
happy
first.
we do have time to get, you'll be the last reading because it is that we've been on an hour. So we'll finish. We got 3 more and that's it. And thanks everybody for watching and being here with us and having playtime with us today. We love that.
Yeah.
Deb said good advice. And thank you. Okay.
Well, they said that there are the Three of Summer says that there are reasons for you to be celebrating. So
Sweet.
yeah, so don't be afraid to do that. Things like, I don't know, maybe you have some weddings coming up or some kind of parties or announcements or not graduations, not at this point. Well, summer maybe. Anyway, but they're with friends that you cherish, so you should be getting some good news about some things. And if you have a problem, you look for it from the Prince of Winter intellectually. Find an intellectual response to any kind of a problem that you might have come up. But remember that you need to do it quickly and decisively, and that there always are unexpected changes and sudden things that go on. But don't be deterred. Ace of Winter says, don't be deterred from any kind of challenges along the way. And be sure that you communicate clearly and accurately. And when you do that, the challenges are much less. And you might even have some new ideas about how to take care of things. That if you explain it clearly and carefully and accurately for them, they're going to go for them. So, it's just more like daily wisdom type stuff that they're saying, if something comes up, use your head. And don't get discouraged, because remember, there's a lot of negative activity out there. And so don't get discouraged. But there is also good news coming. So.
Well, I've got the Drummond Journey, which is basically asking you to go within. Go within and listen to what Spirit is saying. And the oracle comes up, and the oracle is telling you that your guides and ancestors are with you and supporting you. So be sure to look around for the signs. They're sending you signs. So pay attention to synchronicities and that sort of thing. And I believe your journey you're going to be moving in a new direction, and I think that has to do with the gifts that are coming to you will lead you in a different path. I don't think this is physical travel. I think it all has to do with spiritual travel. Okay? And then we have Miss Starfish. And then we have Lady Soul, and that will be it for today, except for one card for the collective.
Yeah. Starfish.
Hi, Jenny. Jenny's going to be on our channel soon.
Good.
Can't remember the date. It's not this weekend. I think it's the weekend, the 23rd, I believe it is. September 23rd, Saturday. Starfish is going to join us. So we're going to learn more about Miss Jenny, and we will maybe have do some cards. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever Miss Jenny would like to do. That fell out of the deck.
Okay. Well, the first card I got was Two of Winter. And it says, make up your mind. Your indecision is holding you back. Decide what it is that you want to do. And you're trying to please others more than you need to. You need to start thinking about what you want. Okay? So sometimes you feel a little bit trapped, but and intellectually and emotionally, you get caught in a tight spot because you're trying to please others more than yourself. So you can't help others if you can't help yourself first. So make sure that you do keep yourself in mind. That helping others, and believe me, I know what I'm talking about, it can hold you back. You do it so much. I know, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Anyway, so walk away from dishonest associations. If they are, I hate to say this, takers rather than givers, because you're a giver, and it's real easy to find takers. Walk
Boundaries.
away. Yeah.
Create boundaries. Boundaries. We all need boundaries.
And what you think you might want may not always be the right choice for you. So you may want to meditate on them. But generally speaking, your plans, this is the sun, and your plans work out well. And things go well for you, which is wonderful. And they work out perfectly. And you have amazing ideas that will lead to rewards for you. So, and remember that gratitude for the blessings in life, that's the most important thing to help keep your vibration up and to help keep you happy.
Okay, well, I've got the autumn card, which is rest and renew. I think we all need that card, actually. Release the old and rest. Set your sights higher for the stargazer. You can do anything you want. You're one powerful chickie. So
what's holding you back is not you.
So what you need to do is be the warrior, stand fearless, proud, and do what speaks to your heart. It's all winning. Lovely. Good card, Starfish.
Yeah. Alrighty.
For Miss Lady Soul. Yeah, Miss Morella, we can all benefit from resting and relaxing. White Dragon, don't apologize for going first.
We all need it.
Yeah, we do. We all work. We all work so hard at night when we think we're sleeping. How many of you wake up exhausted because you've been working in the ether all night? It's tough work.
You gotta watch it. And I used to do it a whole lot. I still do it some, but I do get breaks. My puppy needs to go outside, so that means I'm up and I'm not working someplace else.
Right.
So,
Oh, her brother's coming this week, and she said, huh.
Oh, is he?
Okay. Lady Soul. What do we have for Miss Lady Soul?
Well, this is kind of nice. I mean, you do have the Justice card. That's the first one. And it says take time to review any details, because in the end, you win when you do. You make sure that everything is exactly like you think it is. And then they also say you have a tendency, and you're going to have a lot of feelings, and it may have something to do with your brother, but stay grounded, because
Not
it's so easy to just,
the brother had nothing to do with Lady Soul. It was Starfish.
oh, that was Starfish, sorry. Well, that would still, it's still saying, I don't know about falling in love suddenly, but you could be swept off your feet by associations. Okay. So, new friends that you think are really super great. But do stay grounded. And you do have an emotionally fulfilling life through your family. They're very supportive. And there's people around you that you can trust, and you know who they are, and they're just reassuring you. The only thing you need to do is make sure that you have all your details. Go through the details and make sure that something isn't a little different than what you thought. Always go back and look. So.
Okay. Somebody's making mischief in your life. Make sure you're keeping an eye on your back.
That's part of looking at all the details again.
Yep. Somebody is up to no good. But you're reaping a harvest. Taste the gathering of honey's milk, filling your emptiness. It's the third harvest. I don't know what that card is. Let me look real quick. That one gives me pause.
New card.
The winters might be harsh, and gathering up your food is hard work. There is a feeling of abundance and pride in getting prepared. Imagine looking at your food stores and seeing a physical representation of your work. Imagine seeing the abundant rewards of planting your seeds and nourishing them as they grow. So that's what it's talking about, is your intentions, nourishing your intentions. And then call upon the voices that stir your senses through the night. It's the All Hallows Eve card. So call upon your ancestors and
your family,
angels, and any spirit guides, whatever.
Yeah.
Have them call on them to help you manifest what it is you want to manifest. Okay. I'll learn these cards, but I like them. Okay, that's it. Let's go back to the regular feed. Okay. Thanks everybody for being here today. I'm going to pull a card for the collective.
Me too. What I pulled for everybody was it's the 9 of Winter, and we can have unfounded fear, focusing on the worst case scenario if you're listening to the news, which I don't. And it allows you to worry and to outgrow it in proportion. I mean, it just grows like crazy and becomes the problem. So you want to make sure that it's not unfounded fear. Don't look at the worst case scenarios. You be as neutral as possible when you're looking at things like news. And remember, they don't report the good stuff. Who listens to that,
Thank you, Morella. Thank you, Patricia. Thank you, Lady Saul. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. I got the owl, which is knowledge and wisdom. And they're saying that owl has been called because we are one of the great keepers of wisdom, even if we don't know it yet. And let's face it, all of you out there in the chat and those watching, we are the keepers of wisdom for the people that are going to start ascending, who haven't started their spiritual journey yet. we'll be there for them to help them. And they're going to need a lot of help because the energies are changing so fast. People are confused and afraid. So we're here to give them that spiritual wisdom and guidance. And I think that's a brilliant card for all of us. So I hope you
And that unconditional love that helps bring everybody up.
everybody together.
Yes.
I hope you guys have a wonderful week. We'll be back, like I said, on Saturday with Miss Terry Suzuki. And then next Saturday, we'll have Starfish. So we are rocking and rolling. And oh, thank you, Morella. You're so sweet.
Yes.
We love you all. Please go out, shine your light, send that unconditional love and unity consciousness across the planet to
And
all
take
the
care of yourselves.
mean-spirited people out there. But
Mhm.
love yourself. Start with you. Feel that heart center and send the love out through that heart center for you as well as everybody else on this planet
Right.
trying to get through this ascension process. It's not easy for anybody. We love you all. Bye-bye for now.